that, because that's an area they didn't have a concern that I know of. But the question is the width typical to have two sides of the street parking? Because it's not all the way down Kensington, and I think that would get to it between Capitol and Kensington, just on the side roads. Like anything else that's that width, is there two sides parking? That's all I need. I don't know if anyone else needs anything else.
So is there a motion?
Motion.
Well, you might as well include Glendale because it's the last.
Yes.
Oh, sure,
Yeah.
Glendale, I'm sorry, I was trying to think of.
I know,
this.
we
Oh,
leave
yeah,
them out
no,
under
they're
it.
good. My apologies, yes, got it, so noted.
So, do you think that we would have that information for our next meeting?
Yep.
Okay, I'll move to defer this item until our next meeting with additional information as described.
Second.
Can we put in the motion with the additional information, as I apologize, but it really helps when you're reading back. The additional information was comparable street widths
And what the parking.
and the parking requirements between,
On Oakland Avenue.
Parking requirements on streets of comparable width.
Hmm.
Parking requirements on streets of comparable width. Is there a
between
second?
Capitol and Glendale.
Second.
Great.
Is it between Capitol, I'm just sorry, between Capitol and
Between
Glendale?
Capitol
correct?
and Glendale.
Okay, thank you. So we have a motion and a second. Any further discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. Thank you. The next agenda item is to reconsider approval of the consent agenda from October 1st, 2018. What's the process? And yes, Attorney Barrett.
Okay, I thought I'd explain to everybody how we got to this. Because under 155-16 under the code, it says that you can reconsider either right after the vote or at the next succeeding meeting, which leads you to the issue of, okay, that's great, but it wasn't on the agenda for that night. So under Robert's Rules of Orders and our ordinances, it says what you do is you take the motion in a second, and then it's agendized for the next successive meeting. So what we're really doing is, the board is now deciding whether to consider or reconsider the previous
Just like we
motion
just
that was
did.
passed, which was to accept the presentation of accounts. Did I get that right? Was that?
It was, no, it was to approve the consent agenda.
But there was, okay,
Yeah,
but
it
it
was-
was
it was-
specifically
Accounts.
an issue with the accounts, right?
Right,
So it would be to
but-
reconsider passage of the consent agenda items collectively.
Oh, man.
To reconsider the
No, you don't,
presentation of
no.
accounts. Is that right?
I asked Rebecca to make sure we had the motion correct, because all we're doing is reconsidering whatever motion we made.
Right.
And was that the motion? It was, the motion was approve the consent
To approve
agenda.
the consent, okay.
Is that correct?
Yeah, I went back, I listened to the
Okay.
tape.
Okay.
Okay.
Is that what it was?
I want to make sure.
It was long.
So
Okay,
that's how we ended up with it on the agenda for tonight, because it
So
was
we
previously
did not
moved and
remove it,
seconded.
it was not removed from the consent agenda.
it was,
Okay, then if it was
On
removed from the
October.
consent agenda,
because Tyler spoke on it.
then we need to reconsider that, not the consent.
Right, that's why I need I need to know what the motion was. Do you know what I'm saying? Because you came up and spoke, and so there was a copyright, that was the whole issue, so.
So really, we want to reconsider the presentation of accounts from October 1st, 2018.
Is that correct?
Which was previously passed as part of the consent.
Correct.
Oh.
That would
It
be
was-
technically.
But it was
Yeah.
pulled from the consent.
So we had a
agenda.
separate vote.
Yeah,
The
if it was
consent
pulled
was
separately, then
pulled.
you're right, it was not part of the word.
Okay,
so
then you were correct from the
That's
beginning.
correct, that's
Okay.
correct.
Okay. So we are literally voting to reconsider that vote and then voting on that exact item. Okay? Does it, and the only reason that I would like to just vote no. I should have voted no, I don't know why I didn't vote no. And I'm just asking to be consistent because at some point we are going to, do you need to recap what's in here? I know,
So I
we're
need to
looking
know
at
what
you
the
very odd.
consent agenda is then, if we're gonna.
It wasn't the consent agenda.
It's be bold and like-
So did we not approve the accounts payable for them?
We did.
We
We
did.
did.
We did,
After discussion.
after discussion.
Oh, I see, okay.
So I'd like to just re-vote. So Nathan, do we need to make a motion to reconsider like we just did before?
No, because that was.
We did that last time.
Moved and seconded.
We need to vote.
Right, exactly, but we need to vote now that it's been previously moved and seconded, motion to reconsider. We previous acceptance of the presentation of accounts.
Okay, make the motion for someone. Like, what is that
I'll
motion?
move to reconsider presentation of accounts from October 1st, 2018.
Second? Is that correct?
That's correct.
Okay. Trustee Warren?
Just to be clear, why, I guess I just want to understand why we're reconsidering, just so I.
Sure. So, moving forward, we don't have just a set, drawn-out policy that I know of, except the ethics law, but nothing that says a committee member, that I'm aware of, that a committee member can also not, can or cannot be a contractor paid. So you're on a committee and you're getting paid for work on that committee.
Okay.
So there's, is that said correctly, Nathan? There's not,
Well,
so it's like a conflict of interest. We'd like to develop more language so that that's more clear. So to be consistent for myself, I meant to vote no
Okay, so
because of that reason. I feel it was a conflict of interest. And so it's not gonna change anything. It's not gonna, you can't take the payment back, right?
oh, wait a minute, let me just back up a little bit. Under Chapter 19, General Duties of Public Officials, there are specific sections that address financial transactions that may relate to a public office. And generally, I'm summarizing a lot of the statute and the case law, but it basically says you can't take action to vote on something to do with personal financial stake. And I don't know, I'm not making any opinions as to whether that has occurred previously or not, I don't know. But generally, that's what what you'd be looking back at in this particular case is whether or not someone basically voted to award themselves a contract. So I think that's the concern that was raised.
That was the concern, correct.
So whether or not that violates, I'm not rendering an opinion here now in the open meeting as to whether that violates Chapter 19 of the state statutes or not. It's something we should look at a little deeper, but
I mean, as a practical point, I mean, the presentation of accounts is what what the village has paid, and we're approving payments. So that payment has already been made. So let's say we all vote to oppose it, because I mean, I would vote no also, because I also feel it was a conflict of interest. But as a practical matter, we really can't take all the accounts, we'd have to take all the accounts back that we paid from that October 1st meeting. So I'm not sure as a practical matter what, yeah.
Would the motion need to,
I mean, you're assuming that everyone is gonna, that the majority will vote to approve the payment of accounts, and then you'll be able to vote no. But, I mean, I'll vote no too. I mean, there may be two other people who want to vote no. And if
That's a
we
great
vote
question.
no, then we can't really vote no because it's already been paid.
well, then I guess what's the point of approving the presentation of accounts? I had that question 3 years ago when I sat on the finance committee. And we used to approve the checks before they went out,
Yeah,
and now we approve them in the rear.
I was
So
told
it's
that
symbolic.
that they were not paid until we voted on them.
That was how it used to be
Isn't
until
that
about
your
2 years
impression?
ago.
Yeah, it's less than-
well, based upon that representation, I'll just read, the Robert's Rules of Orders does discuss some situations where, as a practical matter, a motion to reconsider may be moved. And that is involving any vote which has caused something to be done that is impossible to undo. So if the payment indeed has gone out, if that's our understanding, and has been made, it's not like at this point we can recall that payment.
Yeah.
So it's symbolic.
It's
That's
symbolic.
fine with me.
It is symbolic.
But my question in general is though, don't ask us to approve the presentation of accounts going forward, because if we feel there's been a conflict of interest, we have no recourse. And I don't want to be in the position of having to vote yes, because we don't have a choice. So if as an elected official, you want me to actually make a vote on what I believe and what I'm representing, then I should be able to do that. And I
think
don't,
that makes sense. I don't know how, what the process would be to make that change.
Yeah.
I'd like to focus on the task at hand, not to overshadow.
Sure.
You know, I think it's good to make a note, but I don't want to spend our time discussing the merits of that just
Sure.
because of.
sure, I just want to vote no symbolically until we figure out a process where we actually are voting count. Trustee Buckhurst.
Not to delve too much into this, but are we saying that we know that this individual voted? Like, we're assuming that this person voted?
I do not know. There is no, there's no minutes for that meeting, unless I got that wrong. So,
So we're
there's an
making a
appearance
lot
of a conflict.
assumptions.
No, there's an appearance to myself of a conflict of interest, and I'd like to vote no. It doesn't mean that there was one. I'm not stating that there was because there's not a record. But we did pay a committee member for contract work. And in the previous minutes, that committee had been advised by attorney, by the attorney and the trustee at that time, and Chris Schwartz, that if you're gonna accept a contract, you need to step down. So you recuse yourself if there was a vote, and then you would not be on the committee any longer. So that's the previous legal advice, and I have not seen any further since. So that's the only, I'm not saying it happened, I don't have proof, I want to vote no.
So, okay, did we vote to reconsider or no?
We have not.
We have not voted to reconsider. Okay, I would just say, while I sympathize with your position, and I feel we do need to clarify this as a policy issue sooner rather than later, I'm not going to vote to reconsider because I feel it's an impossibility to act, the actual action you're asking is an impossibility. And I think a better vehicle for you would be to come forward with, a better definition of conflict of interest and training for everyone on all of our committees.
We will do that.
Yeah, I think that might be a more appropriate way to address the issue rather than doing this. So I'm going to vote against reconsideration.
I'm with her.
Okay.
I'm persuasive tonight.
Oh,
Yeah, you're
All right.
killing
Let's
it.
keep
You're
going.
killing it, trustee Mesa.
What do you want after?
Okay, and if this motion to reconsider fails, I would like it in the minutes that I requested to change my vote. We have a motion to reconsider and a second. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Oh, it's okay. Did you not mean that?
I did not.
See, now do you want to vote to reconsider that? Because you're not allowed. All those in favor say aye, there's one, any opposed? Nay, okay, 1-6, motion. Great, good? Good,
Yes.
okay. All right, we'll move on. To item E, 9E. Consider resolution 2018-24 voting boards. Rebecca.
It's pretty self-explanatory. Sorry, it's not policy. In 2012, there was a change in voter wards from 7 to 9. The split was Newhall, and the split was updated to North Larkin Street. The attached resolution updates for 7 and 9 census block assignment. So it's pretty much updating something that was previously done, but updating again in another system.
Housekeeping.
Trustee McKay?
I feel pretty confident that this is absolutely a housekeeping measure. I'd like to make a motion to approve resolution 2018-24, dividing and designating election wards in the village of Shorewood.
Second.
Okay, any discussion?
Just great segue into voting now.
Yes,
Right.
ready to vote,
Yeah.
very good. Will you be bringing us back a separate resolution on changing voting polls?
Yes,
Locations?
has not started yet.
Correct. This is totally separate.
Okay, I just want to make sure because I got confused when it was out.
Yes.
Okay,
Oh, sure.
okay, we have a motion and a second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye. Roll call.
Oh.
I missed roll call, sorry.
Okay,
Are
Taylor.
there any no's?
All right, here we go. Trustee Backhurst.
Yes.
Trustee Warren.
Aye.
Trustee Carpenter.
Yes.
Trustee McKay.
Yeah.
Trustee Maher.
Aye.
Trustee Menta.
Aye.
President Rosen.
Yes. Okay. We are on to reports of village officials. How does that, I forget the order.
You start.
Oh, okay. We had a great time at the Ghost Train. Rebecca, the village manager, the assistant village manager in his orange vest. And was anybody else there? No. Anyways, it was a great event. It lasted, I was surprised, for 2 hours. I mean, it was a long time, and there was a lot of venues, like little venues. Also on behalf of the village board, trustee Wesley, myself, Rebecca, if I'm missing someone, please let me know, but we went to the Oaks grand opening.
I was there.
Oh, trustee Maher, that's right, I'm sorry. And it was really interesting, we had a taste of Shorewood inside the opening, and so you got to go to each room with a different venue of Shorewood restaurants, food and beverages, so it was really well done, well promoting all the businesses, so I really thought that was great. And then lastly, I went to the League of Municipalities Conference, trustee Warren was there, trustee Bockhorst, who was a board member, and it was inauguration of our own board member becoming the president of the League of Wisconsin's board. So I want to congratulate her. I know that's going to be a big task and you're going to be super busy, but I think Shorewood's going to really benefit.
Thank you.
You're welcome. That's all I have. No? Trustee Warren.
Trustee Menta and I attended the senior cleanup on Saturday.
Yeah.
Yeah, all right. It was an incredible
Cool.
turnout.
Amazing.
They were out the door. Elizabeth said they had 200 coupons for free pizza.